So we'll be discussing latest trends in microfinance bank. So financial inclusion, as the name implies, is including people financially. There are people that are marginally, that are socially and economically marginalized. So these are people who are below the pyramid. They don't have access to affordable financial services like savings, insurance, credit, pension. So, like I said, I will not be reading this slide. We have already told this. So the first step is for them to open the accounts. So the next step is for them to use their accounts. Like when I was working with Stanbic, we have a lot of issues where marketers force people to open accounts, but the accounts go dormant in months. So this is not beneficiary to anybody. It's not beneficiary to the customers. It's not beneficiary to the bank. So like I said, I like this session to be interactive. So I would like us to have it in mind, point of discussion later, how we can make, as professionals, we are all professionals, how we can make these accounts, how we can make customers to be using these accounts on their day-to-day activities. So maybe we have to reduce the pressure around using the accounts, because we have a lot of customers complaining that it's easier to open accounts. When you want to withdraw your money is another problem. So maybe there's a way we have to reduce the cumbersome process of using the account, making the account accessible, making it easier to use. It is that has been made towards a financial inclusion. More than 1.2 billion adults worldwide have gotten access to accounts in some level. So today, 69% of adults have an account. So talking about Kenya, I'll be talking about Kenya and Uganda a lot. So pardon me. I was in Kenya and Uganda in 2018, and that was a turning point in my career. I learned a lot from Kenya and Uganda. I'm telling you. And I will advise everybody. I wrote a lot of articles on Kenya and Uganda financial space. You can go and read the articles. You can also go outside my articles and read about. I will tell you this for free. This is one of the first reasons why you have to read about it. When Nigeria want to start microfinance in 2004, they went to Uganda to do another study. You can check it. You can check the facts. So they went to Uganda. So that's why when I went to Uganda and Kenya, I was so happy. Like I took my time. I didn't do it online alone. I traveled to more than 20 provinces in Uganda, talking to people, talking to customers. So I can tell you for free, it's a lot to learn from them, Uganda and Kenya. Financial inclusion lives there. So not to waste your time. So let's go to the next slide. Like I said, I will not be reading the slide. It will be more of discussion, but I can assure you we both learn from each other. So financial inclusion has been as an enabler for the SDG goals. So 55 countries have made commitment to financial inclusion. In India, like India has made a lot of progress in financial inclusion. More than 79% of Indian adults who have an account. So in 2010, 60 have either launched or developed a national strategy. So India is one of them. You can also read about financial inclusion and microfinance in India. There's a lot to learn from. So in 2012, CBN adopted a national financial inclusion strategy. So these are the main frame of the strategy. Agency banking is also very important. A lot of MFIs are not making use of it. Those are one of the things I learned when I was in Kenya and Uganda. Agents, you see agents, some agents, they are like super agents. They are like banks. When you enter an agent office, you think you are in a bank. You can do basically anything you can do in a bank. You know, another issue is a lot of in Nigeria, there are restrictions to number of branches you can open. We know that, like 5 branches for states, a lot of restriction. Like some state, if you are a state microfinance bank, you can't open a branch outside the state. So you can use your agents to substitute for the branches. So agents, you empower agents. When I was with Finca in Owerri, Finca, because Finca, they are from, they started in Uganda. So they have, I would say, I work with AB Microfinance, I work with Finca. So I would say there are a lot of things I see that despite AB Microfinance Bank, like has the best, almost the best, arguably the best credit technology and everything, but there are some things Finca are doing that I really admire. One of it is the their agents access to their intranet securely, and they give them a POS with thumbprints, which is secure. So client empowerment, mobile banking, payments. So there are some data here that shows the progress that have been made with this NFIS. So, so between 2010 and 2020, there has been like more than 50% increase in payment, savings, credit. So the role of everybody in the strategy, the stakeholder, the the stakeholder type, which is providers, enablers, supporting institutions and clients. So everybody have their role to play. So the National Financial Inclusion Strategy, which is all about access, the content, the inclusion, and the engagement. So the regulators, talking about regulator, there is another thing I want us to like put as a point of discussion. You can write it down. I want to know your opinion about it. Like in Uganda, there is a regulatory agency mainly for microfinance. They call it Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Agency. So to me personally, I'm of the opinion that we should have something like that in the microfinance industry in Nigeria. Because Nigerian microfinance industry is very big. Like CBN are too busy regulating other financial services. Like we should have our own regulatory agency, even if it would be under CBN. So the distribution sector. I would also like to talk about the mobile money operators. Like there is a big opportunity in this space. Like I don't know if you know about M-Pesa. M-Pesa is a mobile money operator in East Africa. They are in Kenya, they are in Tanzania. So mobile money is owned by Vodacom. So mobile money is the biggest bank in Kenya is not Stanbic, is not Equity. The biggest bank in Kenya is M-Pesa. They have more than 27 million users. That's like 70% of the Kenyan population. So the mobile money is so interesting. Like when there was a time in 2018 when I was in Uganda, uh, CBN shared a draft about establishing payment banks in rural areas. So I sent them I replied them, although they did not reply as expected. So I told them about how mobile money is a game changer, was a game changer in East Africa. Like mobile money, the way they do it in East Africa, when you open your account, they collect your biodata, they collect your ID, primary ID immediately, and they use that information to open mobile money accounts for you. With mobile money accounts, you don't need to sign anything. You don't need to, the paperwork is eliminated. So with that, they open a mobile account for you. In fact, they even use the way you load your account and everything, the way you use your account, they even use it to give loan. With mobile, you can use mobile money in Ghana and Kenya, you can use mobile money to pay for anything. You can use it to pay for transport fare, to pay an Okada man. It's so easy to use. So in Nigeria, there has been a lot of kind of politics, like the banks, they are threatened, like they are there is a kind of conspiracy. It's not verified anyway. That like they are trying to sabotage telcos from taking over the mobile money operation industry. Like it's my interest to know that the capital base to get the license, the mobile money operation license is $13 million, which is around 5 billion naira. And they have only issued 3. MTN has been on it for more than 2 years. So there's a kind of policies. You can also read about mobile money, M-Pesa, not to waste our time. You can read more about M-Pesa online. You can also read my article on M-Pesa. So there is the participators are public sectors, institutions, the DMBs. So the users are the consumer advocacy group. So these are the regulators. We already know them.
Okay. Hello, Amin.
So
hello, Amin.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I have a question. Can you go back to the super agents? There's a question here. Okay, back a little bit.
Okay.
You can go back. Back. Go back a little bit. One more. Okay, yeah, the agency banking. Okay. No, to the next slide. Come back forth. Slide 7. Slide 7. Okay, yeah, the agency banking.
Okay.
The question is, how come an agency banking is bigger than a micro, and how can that be possible in Nigeria? How can it be achieved in Nigeria? Yeah.
Okay, like I said, agency banking, they are not independent. They are attached to the banks, but they can be empowered. They can operate alone. How will I say it? They are complement the work of the bank. Like in Kenya, I know in Uganda. No, in Uganda, you are not allowed to be an agent to more than one bank, but as many banks as you want. So the way it can be possible in Nigeria is to empower these agents. The first thing is to consider the risk. There are a lot of risk because in Nigeria, when you table a model, like a model or an idea or an innovation, people will come with the risk. It cannot work. It cannot work in Nigeria. So the thing is, we are risk mitigators. We are risk managers. So like when Steve was talking, I really enjoyed this session. But a lot of people, I see a lot of people are skeptic about machine learning and everything. In this section, we will discuss about that later. So going back to the question, we can empower these agents. We give them the right tools, and we do it conservatively, because there are risks of fraud and everything when you are using an agent, and there are risks of misrepresentation. Like when I was with Finca, we had an agent we had to part with and stop the contract. The agent was collecting commission from customers to give them loans, which is not allowed. So we just have to
commission that they were collecting from the bank.
No, it will promise them that the bank will give them loan, it will introduce them to us, they will collect money from the customer.
And we'll give them the loan.
Okay. No, we are the one that will give them the loan. We just collect the percentage from the loan.
Okay.
Which is illegal.
Okay.
So the thing is, we have to give them the right tools. At the same time, we have to be conservative about it.
Okay.
And we have to monetize it. That's another thing. The monetization will be an encouragement. It will create opportunities. I'm telling you, there is a very big market.
Okay.
Agency banking.
All right. Then I have a question from Sammy Prince. Sammy Prince, you can speak up.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, moderator. Mr. Amin, thank you for brief introduction. More around this agency banking. The way you are saying it, it seems sweet and good. It seems very interesting. But coming from my own background and my experience with them, and from the sector I'm coming from, the microfinance institution, we are more closer to the customer, the bottom of the pyramid that want to be included in these financial services. We are much more closer to them. We understand their journeys, and in a way, you see the conventional banks not meeting up with their services. Now, they have introduced an agent to them. There are no problems about 4 agent banking of a conventional bank I want to mention. I went on a research, a survey. We wanted to reduce the risk of having a root cash in hand when banks are not working, especially during the COVID era. You know, by most MFIs were operating in shadow, in shambles.
Yes.
So when we make collections, these collections are huge because we could not visit the bank. The banks are not working. So they gave us an access to meeting their agents. Now, the agents were given some tools to work with. You see, an agent telling you, I can't remember the last time I operated their tool to work with. You see an agent telling me I have a problem with their tool. I've called the marketer in charge, he's not responding. You see an agent telling you, I am going to have my own additional expected to get, I think it's 5 naira per meal or so. According to the charges, I can't remember vividly. But all this, you are coming with the idea from Uganda in a very vast environment like Nigeria, where the agents are not efficient and effective in the discharge of their duty due to funding. And financial inclusion is a problem where the microfinance are trying to bring people up in order to make them see reason why they need to partake in the sharing of the national cake of the country. Now, customers are saddled with all these challenges. The operators are also trying to reduce their own risk. Looking at it and going forward to be progressive now, do you think the agent banking can help to improve this? Now, you are saying in part of your earlier discussion, you said Tesco's, the conventional banks are trying to sideline the operation of the agent banking. They are now trying to come up with, you said the license to get to operate as an agent bank is about $13,000. That's about $5 million.
$30 million, $5 billion.
Okay. Now, looking at all this, you see PAGA, you see POS services, all these people are also operating agent banking. They cannot have huge sum of money kept with them, security and risk. Now we want to promote financial inclusion. These people are not secured, they are not well funded. Where do you think we are going, sir? Just to make it a much more lively and interactive, like you said, because this agency banking is just busting my brain in a way I don't want to talk initially.
You raise valid points. You raise valid points and you talk from experience. But like I said before, we are risk managers and we don't run away from risk. Like I said, it worked in a way. So one of the things we did is, first, you have to let the customers know their rights. That's one, very important. Like, you let customers know this. First thing, we don't allow our agent to charge our customer. We are the one that will charge the customer and pay the agent. That's one.
You are not a conventional bank. Are you a conventional bank?
No, I'm talking about Finca Microfinance Bank.
Okay.
Finca, you know Finca?
I know Finca.
Yeah, so it's worked very well. In fact, we use our agents a lot. That's the first step. Our agents don't charge. They don't charge our customers. They are not their customers. They are still our customers. So our agents are like an employee. They are partners.
They are more or less your staff. They are more or less your staff.
Exactly. They don't take any money from customers. I understand some of them will still take money from
UBA is not a staff of UBA. An agent of GTB, Zenith is not a staff of those banks. Now, how do you think they can promote this agency banking to the latter?
Like I said before, is yeah, the first step is you monetize it. You pay agents very well. Like there is a general understanding that if you pay people very well, they will not stay. You have to do your own part. You monetize it very well. Like our agents, we give them commission even when they refer loan customers to us. We still give them commission on the loan. I can't remember the percentage. Give them commission on the loan. We give them commission on the amount of the whole transaction they do in a month, and we still give them commission on the number. So if you see our agents, if you go to areas like Naze in Owerri, Nase, Eze Obodo, you will see our agents, you will see their offices. It's like a bank. And they prefer it to all these POS businesses that is common in Nigeria now, that is common in Lagos and everywhere now, in rural areas where there are no ATMs. Working with agents is cheaper. It's cheaper because when you withdraw from a POS, you sometimes will be charged by your bank, you'll be charged by the POS. But when you use an agent through a bank, like you have an account with a bank and you go to the agent of that bank, you are not worried. The agent will not be charging you anything. It will be normal transaction. So it's like you are going to an informal branch of the bank.
I think this is my own personal experience and a question. We know what is happening in the economy now, and I had to send a brother to make withdrawal for me. ATMs were not working. He went to either a mobile agent provider or I don't know, but I know he went to these mobile operators. I wanted to withdraw a 20,000, and what was withdrawn is a 21,000. So if we say agent banking, what should be the max that should be on the 20,000 withdrawal? Then if I'm withdrawing from an ATM, I know if I withdraw 3 times, I'm going to withdraw 65. Now I'm withdrawing from a mobile operator. And out of the 20,000 I wanted to withdraw, I was charged 1,015 naira. What justifies that?
Okay, like I said before, those are like, I don't know how we say it. Those are like informal agents. Like when I was with Finca and my experience in Uganda, I can only talk based on my experience. You are not charged a dime. I use agents several times when I could not visit the branch to withdraw my salary and everything. You are not charged anything. You make a withdrawal like you are going to a branch.
Okay, Mr. Amin, please.
Yeah.
I'm still the risk aspect of it. The risk mitigating the use of this agent banking or operators on the part of the operator. I think it will react more on the risk aspect, please.
Yeah, like I said, the risk aspect, it starts with.
Let me take care of that. All right.
Okay, the risk aspect, it starts with letting everybody know their rights and limitations. You give right to people, then you put limitation at it. There is a limitation. As far as you are empowering an agent, there is a limitation to what they can do. Like it worked perfectly with Finca because we brought our model from Uganda and we modified it to work with our market in a way. So Finca agent is very simple. They don't charge the customer anything, and we are the one paying them. The customer is not paying them again, and we let the customer know this. And it's worked very well. You can contact anybody in the way.
Okay, so you are saying that
they pay their loans, their repayments through agent. They can do anything through the agent.
Okay, so you are saying that the operators should have their own agents aside from all these conventional banks.
Yeah, it's better. You can. That's why I said, like in Uganda, you are not allowed. In Uganda, you are not allowed to be agent to. That's the rule. You can't be agent to more than one bank. In Kenya, you can be agent to multiple banks.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I mean,
okay.
I mean, I have a question from Isele Christian.
Okay.
It says, what regulatory measures has CBN come up with to make this financial inclusion package to operate uniformly? Or are they just trying to, for now, allow the public embrace it before they can regulate it adequately?
Okay, like I said, me, I'm sorry to say this. I'm not a fan of CBN. Like if you read my articles, I believe CBN are not doing anything to help either the microfinance practitioner or the microfinance borrowers. If you look at their regulations and everything, they are not making it easy for banks. Like for example, like if you read one of my articles, okay, let me quickly talk about this. I don't want to waste our time. In Uganda, there is nothing like Unit Microfinance Bank. There is nothing like State Microfinance Bank. Once you obtain a microfinance license, you can open as many branches as you want. The only thing is your minimum capital base, your capital adequacy ratio is the most important thing they look at. Like the percentage of the amount of loan you can disburse based on your capital base and the type of license you. So it doesn't help anybody to have only one branch. That's the truth. If you want to establish a microfinance bank and they say you can open only one branch, definitely you will go to the branch, you go to the area where you can make much money. You forget about impact. But when you have opportunity to open as many branches as you want, you can decide to go to the rural areas and have branches in the city. So for CBN, forget about CBN. I'm telling you, we have to have our own microfinance regulatory agency with experts like us, not bankers from. There are a lot of young, bright people in the microfinance industry now, like that understand microfinancing, not like bankers from Stanbic or First Bank that doesn't know anything. They just know, just microfinance bank is a big industry on its own, and it's a very exciting industry. I'm telling you, there is a lot of opportunities internationally. Microfinance has taken me to many countries. So I'm telling you, if you are passionate and you have knowledge about microfinance, the sky is the limit. So microfinance is not inferior to, I always say it, microfinance is not inferior to commercial banking. I'm telling you, most of us are even more knowledgeable than people in commercial. I've worked with commercial bank, so I know what I'm saying. So CBN, forget about CBN.
Thank you for that, Mr. Amin. Those comments alone is making me have goosebumps. There's always this inferiority complex with microfinance professionals. It's always a thing of I'm a microfinance person and I'm just trying to look for a better work. There's no better work anywhere. Become a professional in what you are, and people will respect you for it.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for that. Okay, you can move on. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. If I have any other question, I'll let you know.
All right, so talking about mobile money operators, this mobile money is very important. Like I said before, there is a lot of opportunities in that industry. I pray is prayer now, not hoping. Or I hope CBN makes it possible. You know, Nigeria, everything is not straightforward. So like I understand. So that's why I understand people's skepticism about models that work in other countries. Like if you say it can't work in Nigeria, there is a limit to how I can argue with you, because there are a lot of politics. Everything in Nigeria is different. But today we are not talking about politics. So mobile money operators, there is a lot of opportunity there. Imagine as big as MTN is. MTN, they already have the market base. Like if MTN can use all the people that have a mobile line with MTN, all they just need is to just collect their information, like collect their primary ID and use it to open accounts for them. So from your phone, even if your phone does not have internet, you can, if you want to withdraw money or you want to do anything, you can go to people that are selling recharge cards. You can imagine that's how it is in Uganda and Kenya. You can withdraw money from people selling recharge card. You can send money from there. You can send money from your phone without any literacy. This is a game changer. And in fact, when I was in the US, everybody was praising that idea about that mobile money in Kenya and Uganda. You should read about Kenya and Uganda. You will learn a lot from them. I'm telling you.
Don't make me start thinking of how to run to Ghana, Uganda or Kenya.
Go run to Uganda or let's get job there. So we have already talked about this, the super agent, the interbank settlement, NIPS. I've already talked about mobile network provider, the telcos. So the NGOs, multilateral agencies like UN, they're also development partner. Like that's another thing about microfinance. So we have a lot of challenges. I hope we are moving forward because I don't know if anybody knows about Kiva. I work with them in is a US based NGO. Like they have more than 50 partners in Kenya. They have more than 30 in Uganda. They have only one partner in Nigeria, which is Babangona. I don't know if anybody knows Babangona. Babangona is like a finance company, they finance farmers. So they are the only partner Kiva have. And Kiva, their problem is always navigating Nigerian territory is always very hard. Like getting information, like people are skeptical. It's not easy for them to get partners in Nigeria. So it's a lot of challenge. It's a big challenge because a lot of if you go to Uganda, there are more grants, there are more financial grants than borrowers, than the users. Like they have a lot of grants, they have green bond, they have a lot of green energy finance that people, a lot of organizations, NGOs, they are ready to finance people there. So the regulators are federal ministry. We have already talked about the regulators and what we need. Like you can you can write the point down. You can tell me your opinion about all the things I've said. Like instead of reading slides, it's better if you are reading slides. A lot of people will just sleep off. Like it will be like classes. So if we talk more about, we gain from each other. We learn and go with valuable knowledge. So these are a lot of questions. Why why there is financial exclusion in Nigeria? So why the increase in financial exclusion? Those are the questions we should discuss. What extent does it affect the economy? Like how does financial exclusion affect the economy? Like I always say it. I say it everywhere. Like financial inclusion. How will I say it? Extensive financial inclusion is one of the best best solution to poverty in any, especially in Nigeria. If people are financially included, they have access to loan. You can imagine, I know it might sound crazy because it's Nigeria. You can imagine if CBN gives, it's easy. If CBN channel like $5 billion, for example, through microfinance banks. You know, they have been doing it before, but they just do it through themselves. If they channel it through microfinance bank like AB Microfinance Bank, like Leshego, who have strong lending system. They just say, okay, AB, take $1 billion, give it to your customers at this rate. Then you can remove your profit and everything from the loan, but give it to this rate, so it will be cheaper. Imagine the impact this will have on our economy. I'm telling you, it will be profound. So financial inclusion and microfinance is one of the ways, good microfinancing is one of the ways to reduce poverty. So these are the key statistics on Nigerian financial inclusion, like 36.8% adults are financially excluded. There are 79% in the adult line, in rural areas. There are more people. The 79% of the 36.8, they are in rural areas. 36.8, they are in the north, which is understandable. And 71%, they use mobile phone of this excluded. That's what I'm saying. If you use mobile phone, you should not be financially excluded. Like I said before, 70% of people in Kenya, they have mobile money account and they use it regularly. So these are the talking points these are what we should reflect on. So these are the primary reasons for financial exclusion: poverty and unemployment, ignorance, inadequate regulatory supervision. You know, I said this, CBN is one of the biggest problems of microfinancing in Nigeria. I'm telling you. So inadequate regulatory supervision is one of it. Like they don't supervise microfinance bank, they just create problem for them. So lack of customized product and services, yes, very important. Like this is also very important. If you go to, I'm telling you, if you go to Uganda and Kenya, you will fall in love with microfinance. I'm telling you. Like Finca has more than 47 branches. Uganda is a small country. It's not as big as Nigeria. Uganda is like maybe Southwest. It's not even as big as Southwest. And Finca has 47 branches. You can imagine microfinance bank has 47 branches. So, and they have, you see the product they have, you will fall in love. Like they have solar products, they have a solar loan. If you want to do anything solar. Like there is a village in Luero. Sorry about my storytelling. I apologize for my story. There is a village in Luero, it's a solar village. Everything is solar powered. No other, the electricity in the whole village, they call it solar village. You can check this Luero solar village. It's solar powered. So there are a lot of, these are a lot of things. Like Uganda, they don't have infrastructure as Nigeria, but they have more social amenities. Like throughout the time I was in Uganda, maybe the electricity, the electricity, there was outage electricity maybe once or twice. It's because of this. Microfinance plays a lot of role in these things. I'm telling you. So these are the sizes of microfinance solution across our geopolitical zones. So you can see the north as the highest, which is understandable. So we'll be talking about digital transformation. So digital transformation is the cultural organization of operational change of an organization. The main purpose is to make the process faster. So and more stage and strategic. So that's the main purpose is optimization. You have to optimize the process. So technology, and we use technology and information to do this. So it disrupts business for positive impact. Like that's another problem. What Steve was talking about. Like sometimes people are not ready to change. Like change is hard for people. Like this is the way we have been doing it. We now have to start doing this and start learning. So it disrupts business, but for positive impact. So adoption of new models, like I said, people doing new things might be hard, but the benefits are much. Like cost efficiency, it reduces our cost, it makes our process faster and more efficient. So, like I said, I will not be reading slides, so I'll go to the next slide. So these are survey taught by experts, like McKinsey Global revealed that 60% of bank customers prefer to be served with digital channel. Yeah, that's true. Like a lot of people, they don't like going to the bank. Like everybody wants to sit in their house and do their transactions. So, but we must be very careful about this in microfinance because human connection, human relation is a key part of microfinance. We discuss this in the case study. We have a case study. We discuss this better. So the journey so far, there is slow and funding practice in Nigeria. Like even Steve, when they come to Nigeria, they will see that Nigeria is there for Madagascar. So they will see. So there was a company I worked with when I was in Uganda. They made so much progress in Kenya. They made so much progress in Uganda. So they are in Nigeria now. You can check them. You can check them up. Impact Water. They are in Ikeja. So when they were coming to Nigeria, I was telling them that you have to change your mood. And they said they did not listen to me because they are white people. They think, what does this guy know? So they went to Nigeria, they failed woefully, they had to come back to the drawing board. Like they say, yeah, what you are saying is true. So that's the problem in Nigeria. There are a lot of wise people. That's another thing. A lot of wise people in Nigeria, and sometimes we are resistant to change. So the way forward is to embrace it. Like, we don't have choice. Like that's the way forward. Everybody is all industries are embracing it. So the microfinance has to embrace it as well. Insurance is embracing it. Everybody is. We have to make use of technology, modern technology. So like they say, if you refuse to embrace technology, the technology will take your job. Yeah, that's it. So like I was happy when someone was asking questions, taking interest in data science. Data science is how will I say it? Is the cash cow in everywhere in the US, in Canada, in everywhere. Like it's a cash cow and it's very simple. I'm telling you, I don't have any programming experience, prior programming experience. But within 3 months, I've already started writing codes. So I can tell you for free, Excel, Microsoft Excel is harder than SAS. I always tell people, I tell my colleagues that SAS and all those programming words, they design it for people that find Microsoft Excel very hard to use. If you meet IT guys, Microsoft Excel is very hard for them. So the point is, if you can use Microsoft Excel very well, you will learn R, you will learn SAS, you will learn Tableau, you will learn it easily. So not to dive fast from the topic. So areas of MFI digitization, we can use it in customer onboarding, as marketing analytics. We can use it for credit assessment, like Steve discussed this extensively. We can use it in managing our risk. We can use it in load reimbursement. We can use technology for all this. But at the same time, we have to conserve the human aspect, unless we fail. I'm telling you, the loan officers are very important. We can't sack loan officers because we want to be using technology. We fail. If you use that in Ibadan, nobody will pay your loan. So MFI digitalization focus, the retailing, the transportation, retailing industry, transportation, health, and insurance. So the develop new models, change technology. Okay.
I know this MFI is an area focus. Can you just give us more light on the relationship of microfinance and insurance? Because I respect you in that area, so I'd just like you to just talk a little bit about
okay.
insurance.
Okay. Okay, let me start from the pension before I go to the insurance. Like, I want to cite an interesting example. Like, I work with Stanbic Pension. Everybody knows Stanbic Pension is the biggest pension fund industry in Nigeria. Bigger by far, like they have almost 80% of the market share. Let me tell you the story. In 2004, when they started the contributory pension, someone in a branch, very low cadre staff, he went to the CEO. Demola, it was Demola, take advantage of this new pension scheme. Like, we have the customer already. We are a bank, so we have the customer. We have to utilize our ecosystem. They were resistant at first, but they said, okay, let me try it. And it was a huge success. Like, the cash cow, what's holding Stanbic Pension today is the pension. Stanbic Holdings, the whole group is the pension industry. That's the cash cow. So I've been talking to some microfinance, but I was even talking to someone in Lapo. But like I said, sometimes I don't know how to say it. I don't want to use a negative words. Like, we are kind of dogmatic in Nigeria. So I don't know how to say it. So we can microfinance industry, we are not utilizing our ecosystem. Like, I know AB Microfinance, but for example, we have more than, as at the time I was there, we have more than 4 million customers. I'm very sure it's way higher now. Imagine these 4 million customers, we sell insurance to them. We sell health insurance to them. It aligns with our first thing is it aligns with our mission and vision. It's part of our mission and vision to make financial services accessible to customers. So it will be a slam dunk for us. It will be very easy for us. We have the customer base already. and we can design, we can be innovative with the health insurance. Like I was discussing with a friend working with AXA Mansa, which is owned by GT. I said we can do health insurance for micro customers. We can make it 500 naira, just 500 naira per month, and it will cover basic health basic health coverage like malaria, antenatal, stomach ache, all these small things that people just go to pharmacy to buy drugs. And can you believe it? I'm not sure of this. So he said he discussed with his boss. Can you believe GT have started this exact thing we discussed? Like GT has started, you can Google it, GT started Better Health. It's 500 naira and it covers exactly what we discussed. And the truth is, we as a microfinance professional, we can sell it faster and better than GT because we have the target clientele. That's our target market. The people that will be buying these products, they are our customers. The same thing applies to pension, micro pension. I'm sure you must have read about micro pension, like for the pension for the informal industry. Like if microfinance bank embrace this, we just be selling it like pure water because we have the target client. And I know loan officers.
Yeah. It's going to help a microfinance that has a larger number of customer base, right?
Yeah. And do you know if any microfinance bank has acquired the micro pension license?
I can't really say for now.
Okay.
I'm not really follow that area, but I know it's not an area MFBs are looking up to much. It's more about give out loans. Let's see the commission. Let's see the interest rate we can get. Let's see the income we can get from the rates and the admin fee and insurance fee. I think those are just more of the focus.
Because it complements each other. It complements each other because if you have health insurance, your customer, it even has life insurance embedded in it. Like if the customer dies, you pay the loan, you also give money to the customers. So it's a win-win. Like it covers the customer when the customer is sick, a lot of benefits. The same thing with the pension. So you can even use the pension as a collateral for the loan.
Okay.
So a lot of opportunities, but we are, like you said, we concentrated on the loan, just loan, and it's not like this in other in other countries.
Okay.
So ways to exactly, this is very important, like what Steve was talking about. Like we have to outsource the technology. We can instead of training people, even some IT people, there is difference between IT support, IT security, and data analyst. So we don't need to create a department. We can outsource this to people like Steve to do the big data analytics for us. And we leverage on the existing platform, like Steve was talking. Even the big data analysis is all about using past information to make future recommendations. So this is our case study. So in 2000, this is a real life case study. We are supposed to decide if Adibin is a physical class, we are supposed to do this like a group work. But since it's online, I don't know if this is possible to do this like a group work, put ourselves in groups and discuss this and come up with ideas. Is it possible, Henry?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
I said, is it possible to do this like, if it's a physical class now, we can put ourselves in groups, work on this case study and discuss the ideas. I don't think it's possible.
For now, it will not be possible. The package we are on will not allow that.
Yeah, to save time.
Okay.
Exactly, to save time. So I've already, what I will do is we discuss this case study together. I've suggested some answers and we'll discuss the answer. Is that perfect? Is that okay with you?
It's okay.
Okay. So in 2018, I was contacted by, I don't know if you know about Six Stars. If anybody know about Six Stars?
Yeah.
It's a fintech company. They own Quick Check. Quick Check, you can get a loan of all these small loans. They give you within 6 hours. So the guy in his idea, he wants to develop a digitized model like Quick Check like Quick Check, you can get a loan. I'm very sure everybody knows about Quick Check branch and Ella. You
Very
can
well.
get a loan within 6 hours. They just use your phone information, your phone. They use digital machine lending to
Lending.
make loan decisions. So you want to use it to serve micro customers, like all these market people. These people, they can't use phone. So he needs to pick someone that is experienced in microfinance. So he saw my CV, he saw my profile on LinkedIn, and he contacted me. So he said he needs someone to a lending platform that uses data analytics and artificial intelligence to take credit decision within few hours, just like all this lending. All these people, they only serve consumer, they only do consumer lending. So he wants the one that can serve micro customers. So, but he wants a similar model, but this time it will be serving micro businesses. So this is a very delicate project because all these things Steve was talking about is very good. But if you're doing it in Ibadan, I'm telling you, it might be a big problem. So because these people, there is willful ignorance. Some people, they even know, they will pretend they don't know. So there is a lot of ignorance in Ibadan. So if you have disbursed in Ibadan before, I've disbursed in Ibadan, you will know it's different from Lagos. So if you do machine lending in Ibadan, I want to know if it's machine that will go and recover loan in Bere. So while it's highly beneficial to digitize microlending, it's also very important not to totally eliminate human contact, because human relationship, loan officer, there is nothing like, even loan officer customer relationship is sometimes stronger than husband and wife relationship. I was a loan officer, I know what I'm saying. So a lot of customers, they pay because of their Henry. That's why they pay the loan. So we have to devise a platform that utilize big data, all this modern technology. At the same time, it conserves the human relationship. So I have something we can think about it, but I have something, since we can't do it as a group work. So I've already answered the question.
Thank you for that, Mr. Amin.
So therefore, we have to decide model. Like I said before, I can't be reading slides. So this is the task. You are a microfinance professional. Their formation guy, the guy that contacted me is a tech guy, like Steve. So you want to pick your brain, like, because you are a professional, you are a microfinance encyclopedia. You have first-hand experience. So you will provide the IT expertise, but it needs the framework from you. So we need ideas. You have to think, like, how is this possible to combine digital lending, all this? I remember, is he William? He was asking the question about, hey, do you think this one will work in Nigeria?
Yeah.
So this my suggested model. You can criticize it. You can tell me the risk. Discuss it together. Don't criticize without providing a solution.
Okay.
So this is stage one. There will be a loan officer. We can't eliminate loan officers. They are very fighter in microfinance. So loan officer, the tab goes to the borrower, because most of our borrowers, they can't operate mobile phones effectively. They can't go to our app and enter their details. So the loan officer the biometric basic financials, picture of the business, we enter everything on the system, take pictures with geotagging, enter the financial details, all this bad day, good day, enter everything. So the loan officer uploads the info collected from the feed with geotagging to the intranet. So that is stage two. Stage three, based on the information provided, it will pass through data, artificial lending machine. So the machine, based on past data, which is not how, okay, Steve has already shed light on this, he's the expert. So, but we will tell him that's how it works. We will tell Steve, this is how we want to do it. Do your work and use our team too. Let the machine recommend 3 things. Machine can do 3 things. You can either recommend unconditional approval, that this is good, approve the loan, disburse it. It can approve with it. It can do conditional approval. It can require monitoring. It can suggest this, visit this customer. There's a red flag. Approve it, but visit this customer. And it can reject this loan. With this loan, no, this one will not pay. And there is stage 4, which is the role of our credit supervisors. They will be checking dashboard all the time. They check the loan. They look at the recommendation of the machine learning. They take action based on it if they are to supervise or to do anything. And they also check it second eye. We will not be depending on the machine alone. We want to see if the machine is actually doing the right thing. So if they don't agree, they tell the reason, like, this is not matching up. That the reason makes sense, go with the supervisor. So now we can criticize the model, we can talk about the weakness, the risk we see based on our experience, and what improvement can be made. So we can discuss this after the class. Let me just be done with the slide.
Okay.
So this is how we can cultivate digital culture. Like we said, we have to embrace it. We can't be doing it like you can't be doing it the way we have been doing it since 20 years ago. For 20 years, we have to embrace change. Now we have to outsource. We have discussed this before. It's not compulsory we become a data analyst before we can do this. We outsource. So and we, like Steve said, Harry said, Steve made my job easier concerning this topic. Like it's based on budget. So like he said, it's based on budget. It's not expensive. It's not actually expensive. It's based on budget. So talking about blockchain, these are the tools. Like Kiva, I talked about Kiva before. Presently Kiva is doing a project in Sierra Leone. They are using blockchain to do a personal identification system for people in Sierra Leone. Like in Sierra Leone, there's nothing like BVN. So even you can praise CBN for that one. You know, I've condemned them in the past, in my past comments, but you can praise CBN for that one. BVN is one of the best things that happened to banking industry in Nigeria. You can give them, there is nothing like BVN. Even in Uganda, there's nothing like BVN. BVN is superb. So they are doing something like BVN with blockchain presently. Kiva is doing it in Sierra Leone. You can read about it. It's a very interesting project. So you can use Internet of Things. These are the tools, robotics, like we discussed before, like machine learning, cloud technology, the other technologies, data lakes, all these things Steve discussed already. Artificial intelligence, all the things Steve discussed already. So these are the product delivery channel through MFB. The brick and mortar approach, like we said before, you see, very important. We can't eliminate this physical interaction. If we try to eliminate it like they do in Madagascar, everything will be scattered. So we have very important to like direct channel. So station agents, like we discussed before, agency banking, all the things we discussed, e-business. So they are part of digitization. So like all this we already know we have already discussed this. So how to promote product delivery? We invest in mobile third-party and agent banking. Like we said, we have discussed everything before. We introduce flexible account operations. Exactly. Like when I was in Stanbic, we can open accounts for anybody. Even if you are mad, you enter our bank, we open accounts for you. We have accounts for everybody. So we have account that does not require any ID card. We have account that does not require BVN as at that time. So we have to be flexible. So that's how to promote product delivery. So limitation of digitalization, like we said, is cost involved. It's limitation, but we can work around it. Contact error, knowledge gap, exactly. There, but a lot, I can tell you for free, Nigerians are very talented. A lot of people are like digital data science just started. A lot of people have already, even when I'm doing my assignments, my homework, I still contact people in Nigeria. I'm telling you, people are very talented in that country. So there are this knowledge gap. I don't agree with it. Like people are already. So we should jump on the bandwagon. Fake is going fast. People are already doing digital science, using all those programs, SAS, R, SQL, and everything. Like recently, someone was looking for an HR personnel that has knowledge of data analytics. You can imagine So it's very important. We have to improve our skills, and it's very simple. I'm telling you, you can learn it yourself. And if you have, I can submit I can give you my contact details. While learning it yourself, if you run to an obstacle, you can contact me. It's very simple. If you can use Excel, you can use R, you can use SAS. Thank you very much for listening. So we can discuss the case study now, or any other questions you have.
Okay. Before we start the question, Mr. Amin keeps saying that country. Mr. Amin Ajibola is in Nigeria. Presently not in Nigeria, but in US. So
You can hear my accent now that I'm Nigerian.
That's why I keep referring to us as in that country. He's a Nigerian. So do we have any questions?